Hello students, welcome back for your online classes for English. We are again back for your online classes with a new topic of yours. In our previous lectures, we have studied all about your direct and indirect speech and all. And in your book, when you are trying to solve your test papers, your model papers, other exercises, somewhere you found this difficulty to join the sentences. Somewhere you have seen the exercises where already the instructions given to you that rewrite the sentences without using and, but, so how you will automatically understand that where to add what and how you can just join two clauses, phrases, and what is this all about. So before we go in depth, I believe you have remembered that in your 7th standard, 8th standard, you have already studied about sentences. I think in your 7th standard you have studied about very small knowledge about sentences, that is all about compound sentence, complex sentence, and the simple sentences and like that. Remembered? I know that you have remembered now. So now we are going to learn the same rules about that sentences but bit depth. It means we are going to get the more knowledge about it. In your book, this chapter is known as synthesis of sentences. This is actually all about just about your sentences. It can be in your simple sentence, complex, compound, and some other rules are there. So let's learn this chapter with the help of some synthesis and its rules. So first of all, you should know the meaning of synthesis. The meaning of synthesis is that two or more than two sentences join as simple or compound or complex sentences. You are already aware about simple sentences, compound and complex sentences. There are three types of sentences: simple, compound and complex. Simple, in this sentence there is at least one finite verb. Compound, two sentences can be joined with the help of a coordinate clause or a principal clause, can be joined with the help of conjunctions. Complex sentences, in these sentences there are one principal clause and one subordinate clause. You have heard about the conjunctions which is based on fan voice. So the very same way there are conjunctions like while, since, as soon as, besides, which usually comes sometimes in the beginning of your sentence also. These are also called conjunctions, but these are not main conjunctions. The main is based on fan voice, another are based on your subordinate conjunctions, which is used in complex sentences mostly. So let's see some more examples. When you talk about simple sentence, students, simple sentence, it means where only two sentences are there or one, same kind of noun is used twice in a sentence. You simply have to use only one. For example, if we talk about the present participle, if we talk about in the present situation, this simple sentence, you always follow verb plus ing with the object, comma. There must be subject and your verb's second form and also followed by the object. For example, if you can see the sentence, don't look at the example, the EG, that is already the solved one. First, let's see the question. I saw the lion, I climbed up the tree. I saw the lion, I climbed up the tree. Two statements are there, both started with a common noun, that is I. So how we will change this? Seeing the lion, I climbed up the tree. Seeing the lion, I climbed up the tree. Let's take another example. I watched the television, I ate food. So two works done, both the nouns started with I. So we take one I and we start with verb plus ing, which is the another verb. Main verb is your ate. So you can use the another word. Watch. Watching the television, I ate food. Watching the television, I ate food. In your book, if you will see, some examples are already given. For example, he was tired, he went to sleep. He was tired, he went to sleep. You can use as being tired, he went to sleep. So these are the example of your simple sentences. Let's move ahead. Simple sentence with past participles. Past participles, it comes with your verb third form. And the structure, if you will follow, that is subject plus helping verb. Helping, if there is a helping verb, you will use. If there is no helping verb, no need to use. Main verb plus past participle and your object should be there. I have found the book, it was stolen. I have found the book, it was stolen. You can just simply use this to making the synthesis form of your sentences. I have found, what you have found? The stolen book. It was is unnecessarily the additional information, so you have combined with the help of I have found the stolen book only. My grandfather has chosen the table, it was broken. So my grandfather has chosen the broken table. Very good. So hope it is understood to you. Let's move forward for the simple sentence again in the perfect participle. We have learned about the present one, past one, and now this is a time when we talk about the perfect participle. Perfect participle, it means you are having plus verb's third form plus object, and if there are two objects, you can use first object here, comma, you will use subject plus verb second form, and the object or the other words should be there. For example, having finished work, she went to sleep. Having finished work, she went to sleep. Having done his work, Ritika went to sleep. These are your examples, and these are the done examples. Question can be anything like I have finished work, she finished the work and she went to work. So what we have changed, having finished work, she went to sleep. Having done his homework, having done his work, Ritika went to school. So these are the examples of your participle. Some more examples given in your book also. You just go through with that, your doubts will be more clear. Now when we talk about the simple sentence in infinitive, I believe that students, you are still remember about the finite and the non-finite verbs. Finites, where the verb changes its number, tense or person according to the subject. But infinitives, where the verb will not change their forms and there is nothing to do with the subject. So basically it is always followed by 2 plus verbs first form. So what could be the structure which we can use here? That is subject plus helping verb or main verb plus 2 plus verbs first form and your object. The example, she gave me a letter, she wanted to convey a message. She gave me a letter, she wanted to convey a message. Now we are going to join it with 2 infinitive, 2 plus verb. She gave me a letter to convey a message. She gave me a letter to convey a message. Very good. Now let's move ahead, and now we will talk about your complex sentences. In complex sentences, we will basically talk about your clauses, phrases, the first half of your clause and the second part of your clause. Structure can be followed, the first sentence plus that followed by second sentence. He is weak, I am sure. I am sure that he is weak. He may be ill, I can see it. I can see that he is ill. But remember, whenever you use this conjunction, that, put comma just before that. Put comma before that, and thereafter you can just make your complex sentence. Complex sentences are basically the easiest one. You will not find any difficulties. Read some more examples from your book also. But when we use complex sentence by using adjective clause, we have to join two clauses with adjective clause. For example, structure should be first sentence, that, second sentence remain same. But for example, your subject sentence is mom gave me 2 rupees, I have lost it. Mom gave me 2 rupees, I have lost it. It is now going to work as a complex sentence. I have lost 2 rupees that mom gave me. We have not used comma here. She works hard, she must stand first. She, comma, who works hard, comma, must stand first. So these are different types that how you can use your complex sentences in to know more about the synthesis sentences. Now let's talk about your complex sentences when we talk about using adverb clause. Remember, by using the adverb clause, in adverb clause what happened actually, it qualifies the finite verb which comes before principal clause. It usually qualifies the finite verb, your main verb, which comes before principal clause, the main clause. Structure should be finite verb, adverb and principal clause. For example, I was ill, I did not go to school. I was ill, I did not go to school. Why you did not go to school? Because you were ill. So I did not go to school because I was ill. Your main sentence is I was ill. That is the reason you didn't go to school. He is strong, I am equally strong. He is strong, I am equally strong. Now we are going to change into, with the help of adverb clause, I am strong as she, or I am strong as, I am as strong as he. This also gives you the same meaning. He is strong, I am equally strong. It means he is also strong, I am also strong. So I am as strong as he. So hope students you have understood the concept of complex sentences in your. So this complex sentences is understood to you. Now we will read more about your conjunctions part. Before you know about your conjunctions basically used in your compound sentences. If you have read in your like lower classes, conjunctions basically used in your compound sentences, where by using conjunction to join two sentences, first sentence conjunction, second sentence. He was furious, he was silent. So he was furious, still he was silent. Sit down, get lost. Sit down or get lost. I am poor, I am honest. I am poor, but I am honest. So these are the compound sentences which can be made with the help of conjunctions. How you will make a compound sentences? By using the relative pronouns. Relative pronouns like where we use who, whose, which, etc. Right now we have learned one more sentence just before 2 slides where we have used who. So the very same way the formula which will work out, that is first sentence plus who, which, whose, and the second sentence. I saw a boy, he was a blind. So I saw a boy who was a blind. The flower released the dove, it flew away. The flower released the dove which flew away. So hope it is not making you confused. Now it is actually helping you to understand how sentences formation will work out. Now let's talk about the compound sentences by using the relative adverb. When we talk about the relative adverbs, again relative adverbs are who, whose, which, etc. Say your formula remains same. First sentence, second sentence, in the beginning and in the end. In between you will use who, which, whose. I went to Agra, I saw the Taj Mahal there. What you will make? I went to Agra where I saw the Taj Mahal or Taj. I got up, my mother gave me a tea. I got up when my mother gave me a tea. So these are the examples, some examples of your compound sentences. Hope your doubts are clear, but still I request everyone just go through with the same formulas once again, because I have given the same in your PDFs also, and read your book, the same chapter very carefully. If you find any difficulties, you can ask me in your Google Meet class. I will share some questions in your assignment. You just try to attempt that, and thereafter we will discuss your doubts. Thank you so much, class.